Yo, yo, what is going on, everybody? My name's Leon,
And I'm Dante.
and this is Game Time Talks. Today, we are going to be going over our Steeler record predictions here. Obviously, Steelers fans, we're going to try to be as non-biased as possible. But, yeah. So, to start, we believe Russell Wilson will be the starting quarterback. We're just going to go off of that for the full season, that he's going to be starter the whole season. Be that as it is. So week 1 against the Falcons, I do believe Arthur Smith is going to come into this game after being on the Falcons. Of course, I believe Arthur Smith will come into this game and win this game. No problem. So I'm taking the Steelers week 1 to win. What's your thoughts on this game, Dante?
I agree with you that the Steelers are going to win this game because the coach that used to be on the Falcons is now with them. So he has a good idea of how their offense and defense operates. So he has like a little insight on how to work against it. And that's why I believe the Steelers will win that game.
Going on to week 2 against the Broncos, Russell Wilson, after 2 pretty horrid seasons, I would say. I believe he's going to come in here and just absolutely pummel a struggling Broncos team the past couple seasons. That's obviously rebuilding right now, so no problem Steelers winning this game against the Broncos.
All right, Leon, I agree with you with this. The Broncos are a struggling team. And Russell Wilson just leaving the Broncos, he probably overjoyed leaving that team for being there for a couple of years. Struggling years. He can go in and do his best to destroy them when he can. So in this, I got the Steelers winning by a landslide.
Okay, going into week 3 against the Chargers, Jim Harbaugh, coming from Michigan. Very successful coach in Michigan, I do believe. I believe this will be a very close offensive game, but I do believe that Herbert is going to have the upper hand against Russell Wilson when it comes to offense, and I believe that they will win by maybe a possession, like maybe 3 to 7 points max, but I do believe the Chargers will win this game, but barely. Thoughts?
These two teams are very balanced. They rely on the pass, not heavily, but they do lean more towards that way. And the Chargers, I believe, will win. Just like you said, with the experienced coaches they have, and with Herbert being so talented, I definitely know that they're going to win.
Okay, going on to week 4 against the Colts. I do believe Anthony Richardson under center for his second year now. I do believe he is going to crumble under pressure with TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith running at him every single play. I do not think this game is going to be close by any means. I think this week will be the week the Steelers actually start picking up some of their offense, and just this will be an offensive game for the Steelers. Defense is going to crush the Colts, in my opinion. I don't even think this game's going to be close. I got the Steelers winning this one by a landslide. Thoughts?
In my opinion, I think it might be a bit closer than you say. Now they have a young quarterback, but I think he'll be ready for what's to come from the Steelers. TJ Watt and Highsmith, by the way, they're great edge rushers. They apply great pressure to quarterbacks, and he'll acknowledge this and be ready for it. I hope he responds in a great way. I think the score will be closer when he faces the Steelers, but the same outcome for you. The Steelers will win this, but I think it may be closer.
So you believe Anthony Richardson is going into this game prepared mentally?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I hope so.
So going into week 5 against the Cowboys, I believe Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, I feel like they're going to have an offensive explosion game here. I feel like the Cowboys defense, after a great offensive week by the Steelers against the Colts that I think will happen, I think the Cowboys will shut down their offense in week 5. just because the Cowboys, very talented offense like the Steelers, both top 3 defenses in the league, in my opinion. I just feel like CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott will go off this game, and the Steelers' offense will crumble. So I have the Cowboys winning by like 20 plus at least.
Thoughts? Like you said, I agree with this game greatly. The Cowboys have 2 wonderful players, Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, obviously. Now, CeeDee Lamb, he's a very versatile receiver. He can do pretty much anything the coach says. That's something you don't see that often in the NFL, but it's something that coaches love. Now, Dak Prescott, he can work with that greatly in many aspects. And that's why I believe the Cowboys will win this game greatly.
Going on to week 6 against the Raiders, Aiden O'Connell under center. Yes, Raiders or Steeler games are usually close. Yes, the Raiders usually come up on top. But Aiden O'Connell, I do not think he is the guy. I do believe the Steelers will win this game offensively. I think TJ Watt's going to have a monster game against the Raiders. This is why I have the Raiders losing this game. I don't even think it's going to be close. 2+ possession game. Oops, wrong thing. Thoughts?
I agree with you. Great with this one. The Raiders have not been doing too great. Plus, O'Connell, this is not going to be good. He showed before what he could do, but it hasn't been too good. That's why I believe that the Steelers will win this game by a landslide, offensively and defensively.
Going on to week 7 here against the Jets. This is one of the games I'm actually very undecided on, but I do believe it's going to be a very defensive game, actually. Aaron Rodgers coming off injury. He's getting older. Okay, we just got to face the facts. He's getting older. I don't know how he's going to play in the 2024-2025 season. I honestly have no clue. I can't tell you. I think this one is going to be a very close game defensively, as I said. I think both offenses could score under 10 points this game. I believe this could be like a 10-7 type victory here. And I believe the Steelers defense will show up here and get the crucial interception, stops, sacks they need to win this game. And I know this ain't final score predictions, but I think the final score will be like 10-7 Steelers for this one.
Well, my thoughts on this is that it is going to be a close game, without a doubt. These 2 teams are great, without a doubt. With Aaron Rodgers being on the Jets now, and with Wilson being on the Steelers, this can go either way. Now, I think this will probably lead to double overtime. That's something I think will happen. It's not going to come down. I think it will not come down to the 2 offenses, but down to a field goal. A field goal. That's what always seems to come down for the Steelers. That last second field goal that they always need to win the game. This is one of the situations I believe that they will need it. And that's why I think for this, the Steelers will win this.
Okay, going on to week 8 now against the New York Giants. They are in rebuild mode. Daniel Jones has not been showing up the past couple years. This is going to be a killer game. Offense is going to strike again for the Steelers. Defense is going to strike. Easy win for the Steelers.
Just like you said, Daniel Jones has not been showing up. He has not been doing good at all. It's just going to be a landslide. The Steelers are going to destroy them, without a doubt.
Week 9, of course, bye week. I think this is a very big bye week for the Steelers. Usually TJ Watt by the bye week, tired, of course, usually playing most defensive snaps here. This is a big bye week, of course. I do believe this will help the Steelers somewhat, but second half schedule, it's a really tough one. Really, really tough one. So, going on to week 10, of course, Commanders. Jaden Daniels, I believe, will be the starting quarterback. Once again, this is a rookie quarterback. First year. I think he is going to crumble, absolutely crumble. I don't even think this game is going to be semi-close. I believe the Steelers will win this game by 20-plus points, just because, once again, I do not see Jaden Daniels doing anything against Alex Highsmith or TJ Watt, especially if they're injured or not injured. I don't see him doing anything. I have the Steelers winning this game by a landslide.
What are my thoughts on this? I agree with you with this. The Commanders are not going to win this at all. The Steelers are more experienced in many ways. Like you said, the Commanders quarterback is young. He is just coming into the NFL, not having little to no experience at all. He's going to be facing some very crucial opponents here. TJ Watt, Highsmith, two edge rushers that apply immense pressure. Now he can do his best, but it's gonna be hard for him to get away from them too. They will chase him down, no matter where he goes, and the pressure will get to him, I believe, and that's why for the Steelers will win this game.
Okay, going into Week 11 against the Ravens, always a close matchup here. Both defenses, great defenses. I believe this will be a very close game. Obviously, not offensive-wise. Once again, this is going to be like the Jets game. Probably both offenses going to score like 10 points max. But the Steelers' track record against the Ravens is obviously pretty good. They just got Patrick Queen from them as well. I do believe the Steelers are going to win this game. But this one as well is going to be a really close one.
On this, it's undecided in my books. It's pretty close. Their offensive defenses are wonderful, but how can I say this? Lamar Jackson is just different. He has speed. He can throw the ball. He's young. Wilson, he's old. He doesn't have what he used to have when he was with the Seahawks. And this is something that can change or break a team in many aspects. I would say that the Ravens will win this game. That is what I believe.
Okay, he has the Ravens winning this game. So, again, going into Week 12, Browns. I do believe, once again, defensive game, like usual. I believe the Steelers are going to lose this first outcome against the Browns. Need to explain. I believe they're going to lose this first outcome. Defense is going to step up for the Browns / Myles Garrett, of course. But yeah, I believe they're going to lose this game. Close one, of course.
Well, I believe the Browns are going to win this one too. Myles Garrett, phenomenal defensive player. He's shown that in years past. He is just tremendous. Now, the Steelers, their offensive line is good, but it's going to be a challenge for them. A great challenge. That is going to... How can I say this? It can change the outcome of games if they figure out a way to lock him down and keep him in the gaps. That's all they have to do, is to contain him. Now, that ain't going to be easy for them. I think if the Steelers can contain him, they have a chance to win this game. So I'm going to say the Steelers can win.
He's going with the Steelers. Going into the Bengals. Once again, same thing as the Browns. I have the Bengals taking this first win. No other way to say it. I got the Bengals winning this one.
I agree with you on this one. The Bengals are a great team, offensively and defensively. But with Joe Burrow, this can be a toughie for any team, honestly. But the Bengals I'm gonna go with them on this one.
Going into Week 14 against the Browns, like every single AFC North matchup, they're going to split here. I got the Steelers winning this. Once again, very close game, defensive game like usual.
For this game, I think no. I think that the Browns are gonna win this one. due to my previous decision on saying that the Steelers would win, I know for a fact the Browns will come up with a strategy to beat the Steelers. They're a strategic team. They know how to outwit their opponents with their offense and defense. Always comes down to strategy with them. So I believe that the Browns will win that game.
Okay, going on to week 15 against the Eagles. I have the Eagles winning this game. Same as the Cowboys. I have a feeling the Eagles, this is going to be a good offensive game for them. Their defense, I think they are going to semi-shut down the Steelers. I think this is going to be like a 2-possession game. I got the Eagles winning this.
All right, Leon. I agree with you on this one. The Eagles are a great defensive and offensive team with great talents on both sides of the ball. No doubt. With Jalen Hurts and all the great players, I just know that the Eagles can just dominate this game by a landslide.
Going on to week 16 now against the Ravens. I do believe, once again, self-explanatory, as I've said already. AFC North matchup. They're going to split it here. Close game. Defensive game like usual in the AFC North.
For this game, I'm probably to agree with you on this one. The Ravens will win this game. They've always learned from their past experiences in games on how to win against teams that have a better overall understanding of them. I know for a fact that they will win this game.
Going into week 17 now for the Chiefs, I believe Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, of course, they're going for that 1 seed in the AFC again, like usual. I have the Chiefs winning this game, no problem at all. Chiefs are going to dominate here. I mean, their defense is good. Offense, obviously, phenomenal. Okay, I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes, self-explanatory. Chiefs are going to win this game, no problem.
Yeah, I agree with you on this. Both sides of the ball are strong. Because of Patrick Mahomes, the defense wouldn't know what would hit them. They have no idea what to expect when it comes to Mahomes. So I believe the Chiefs will win this one.
Okay, going on to week 18 now. The deciding factor here for Coach Tomlin. Coach Tomlin to keep his win streak. Obviously, he still has it right now. But, like, this year, he wants to make the playoffs. Coach Tomlin is desperate for a playoffs. Not only for the playoffs, he is desperate for a playoff win. We need a playoff win. We have not won a playoff game in years. I can't even tell you the last time we won a playoff game. I do believe, once again, as I said about the Ravens and other Bengals game, other Browns game, I believe this will be another split. I believe the Steelers will go 3-3 in their division against the Ravens, Bengals, and Browns. And I believe this will close out the season for them and make the Steelers 10-7, getting a 6 seed in the playoffs.
I'm going to agree with you on this one. The Bengals are a good team, but the Steelers always learn from experiences. They've always been a down-to-the-wire type of team. It's always been a close game, no matter what team they faced. It's always going to be like that for the Steelers. And the Steelers has always pulled through in big game situations when it's a close game. So I believe the Steelers will win this game.
So after all that, my final record prediction here, 10-7 on the season. I think that's a very valid argument there. Let me know down in the comments if you guys disagree with any of these. Obviously, we're all going to have our disagreements, whatever. Once again, the best game of the year for the Steelers, honestly, I do believe it is going to be that Jets game. I know it sounds boring because I think it's going to be like maybe 10 points max. I have a feeling those games could be really fun, but then that Bengals game as well could also be the deciding factor whether the Steelers make playoffs or not this year. But that is all I have. Let us know down in the comments if you guys have any other team suggestions of what their record is going to be. Let us know down in the comments below. And thank you for watching. Have a good night.
Have a good night.